In every other language besides English and all the Romance languages, the sound post is called the soul of the instrument. This little stick of wood, the size of a pencil, wedged in between the top and the back, not glued in, but simply wedged in and fit properly to the curvature of the inside, properly placed, can make the difference between a wonderfully sounding and functioning instrument and one that's absolutely unacceptable. And even a 1 millimeter move one direction or another can take a really fine instrument from being really wonderful instrument to something that doesn't work at all. So it's very, very critical. Properly placed, it's slightly inside the treble foot, slightly inside the outside, and slightly behind. So it's about there on the placement inside the instrument. The sound post is put in through the F-hole with a little adjusting tool. Spear the sound post like that, and the sound post is simply fit inside the instrument with that adjusting tool and then wedged in between the top and the back. And the other side of this tool, which has a little hook on it, catches the sound post like that, and the sound post is pushed or pulled into place to give it to voice the instrument properly. One of the things that I always remind players is keep track of how your instrument is functioning. The instrument goes through changes on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on a weekly basis. Small changes in sound that correct themselves are not cause for adjustment. Get to know your instrument, learn the way your instrument functions, and if it cycles through particular conditions where it's a little out of adjustment but comes back into adjustment, your instrument is perfect. If the instrument goes below its optimal playing condition and stays there for a while, then it's time to address the adjustment. And at that point, you check to make sure that it's not something else like a seam open or some other condition which would affect the sound. Sometimes if the instrument becomes unglued down by the chin rest and you close up the seam, the sound is back to normal, there's no reason to adjust. So if the instrument is not self-correcting, then it's time to make a sound post adjustment. A normal appraisal of the sound is done once or twice a year, not once a month, not once a week. So don't micro-adjust. Don't adjust for one bad note on one string in one piece. That's not the way we adjust. Adjustment is about the whole sound, always looking at the sound in total. It's kind of a holistic approach to sound adjustment as opposed to a microscopic approach.